The $1 billion Black Plan is a plan for economic freedom for the American descendants of slaves. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise $1 billion and give it away in our communities as 0% interest loans uh, to our community to try to grow our economic. In 0% interest loans to the U.S. descendants of slaves to try to repair it. And we want to do this for 7 years. So that would be $7 billion over the next 7 years introduced into our economy, um, trying to buy back our. All right, so the problem that we have is descendants of slaves spend $1.3 trillion a year in the US. That means we every year we get 1.3 trillion dollars. So we really get more than that. 1 point, we still do not have one bank worth $1 billion. We still don't have one bank worth. We have United, uh, United One, United United Bank is the largest. Right now, it's 670 million in value. We do not have a bank worth $1 billion. Well, if we follow this plan, we would not only have a bank worth $1 million, uh, we will have several banks worth $1 billion, and we won't be in the situation where we have more that are worth $1 billion. That is we have in our community. We have the liquid assets to be able to go and purchase McDonald's, purchase things like these big bills. We have that type of problem. All right, so we have to address that problem, and we can't be waiting on reparations and things like that of people we know that are not going to do what needs to be done. We can't wait on stuff like that. So, the solution is to create two things that currently do not exist in the U.S. right now. The first thing that currently doesn't exist in the U.S. now is we do not have an organization that's created by descendants of slaves in order to only help descendants of slaves. We don't have a can borrow from the Chinese government opportunity, $2 million. I can buy this. I can buy this McDonald's. If you have someone that you can go back to, these are fools bets because they're going to work. It is easier to turn 1 million into 8 million than it is to turn $1 into $8. The second thing that we will create is a democratic organization, which will be the first because there is not a democratic organization that allows each individual to vote in the spending and of the organizations that bring you in. People come in and they say, "This is what I'm gonna spend the money on." This is not that type of organization. This is an organization where everybody put their money in, and we vote on what we want to do with our budget. But the goal, the most important thing of this whole goal is the people. Are y'all not tired of, you know, you're not tired of people buying, you know, buying our enslavement and mistreatment realistically? Because every time that someone gets beat up or whatever by the police, when you settle out of court, every time you settle out of court, you are hurting uh, overall black people in proving that there's a problem. Nothing in order to move the stuff forward. You have to win. Uh, Now, the main reason why no one accepts a true democracy is because everyone sacrifices unevenly in most democracy. Therefore, they expect uneven distribution of privileges. In order for a true democracy to work, everyone must sacrifice evenly and evenly distribute privileges. And that is what we want to, that's what we want to create an organization. We want to create this organization where everyone sacrifices evenly and everyone enjoys evenly the privileges. And with a large sum like this, we can make some huge damages. So to evenly split the sacrifice of giving 1 billion a year in interest and 0% interest loans, we must ask each member to donate $1 a day, $365 a year. We will connect with 2.4 million people to do that. All right. So to evenly sacrifice, so that's what we would have to do. 2 points. So let's look at it. Our path to 2.7 million people and 1 billion annually. Um, we, but if you join and you get 7 members, about 49 members realistically in the over, because seven times are 49 members. So then we get it. But once we reach the tipping point of 400,000, at that point, only everyone would only have to get 7 people from that point forward. So if we could get to 400,000, we would pretty much be there because everyone could get 7 people or more realistic in this. Given $1 a day, I have people that were, donating money to Africa and other things. We got a lot of people that are living in economic situations that are actually worse than Africa. They just don't tell you that here. We need to focus on some of the other things that we can do for ourselves. This is reparations for ourselves. We do not need anyone to do this. the best that they can. And I don't know if you can say it any better than people like Martin Luther King or Maya Angelou. We've had people like W.E.B. Du Bois and Frederick Douglass and others that were intellectually attacking the problem. And we had people like Thurgood Marshall, and I will put my father out there, LT or whatever, that tried to attack the problem through the legal system. And with all of this stuff, we having a black president and all, we still are in the exact same situation. We are in the exact same situation, if not worse. This is the milestones and things that I would like to see as far as us meeting those marchers. Right now, we have about 7. If we can try to grow this. 50, really no more than $50. I'll say that, no more than $50. But join, and that the initial donation is for us building a platform in order to communicate with 3 million people and vote and be able to. We're creating something that doesn't exist. We're going to create a platform where everyone can get on, and we know exactly what we're voting on. Everybody's voting on. You got you know 2 days. Whatever it is, we move on. But the whole point, I don't think that we will have too many arguments. I would hope not. But so the technology, that's going to the technology. This website is going to have to be a pretty advanced, I guess, website. You're looking at Instagram Live. I think they basically at this point are capping out at right at where we are trying to get to, about 2.7 million people to be able to get on live if we wanted to at possible. So the technology we're looking at a website that may be a little bit better than Instagram Live, but about at the level of Instagram Live. All right. Revenue model. What we did is our GoFundMe is to raise $120 million. I came up with this number because I was trying to build a platform that would, be able to run about